Come and see the way I was excited on my status today. I'm like, Chimamanda's giving them our president as, where I'm quiet does not mean where I don't have sense. She gave them back to back. Where I'm sorry, because I'm quiet on this street doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. What kind of monstrous entitlement? What kind of perverse self-absorption? What utter lack of self-awareness? What unhidden heartlessness? What frightening immaturity makes a person act this way? Besides, a person who genuinely believes me to be a murderer cannot possibly want my name on their book cover, unless, of course, that person is a rank opportunist. It have not finished. Wait for it. Why did they look me? Oh, Jesus, let me be serious. Okay, I come to get vibe. When I go selfie mode, then you checking. Come on. Yes. The vibe is here. The vibe is here. Shall we begin? Welcome back to ARIKE'S Arena. If you're new here, please like the video, subscribe, go down below, leave a comment with the hashtag new so we can welcome you the ARIKE way. And if you're a returning subscriber, y'all know I got much love for you. This channel is our own now, you know how we do. I don't know how it's doing me today. If you know how many times I've tried to do this, did I clap? I'm trying to avoid clapping. Anyways, if you know how many times I've tried to film this video before I eventually got into the mood. Thing is, I wasn't planning to film at all this week because I have exams coming up this week, next week, and all of that. But there was this hot gist, and I'm like, I have to bring it to the arena. Who am I not to discuss this matter? And if I said I should postpone, what's postpone? After all the money that my daddy spent on school fees, money postpone. If I said I should postpone to when I finish my exams, the gist would have stayed by that time. So I was like, you know what, let me just rough it and come here. So I wanted to stop disturbing my video now. No, let your voice enter my video. No, just hold yourself like that. People of God, bless people. Hey, what's the other? The words are not coming to my mind. So I said, like I was saying, there was this hot gist, and I'm like, how will I not bring this gist to the arena? Let me do an episode today. But the problem was now that, okay, there was really no problem. I just felt like, let me not, set up the camera, let me just do selfie and blah, blah, blah. But I felt like the selfie thing was making me tired. Like my hands were aching. That's why I've had to be like refilming. But I'm finally doing it now. So let's come and talk about the gist. Oh, sorry, before that, I'm supposed to read the comments of the week because we read the comments of the week every week for the new subscribers, but I've not read it for like 2 weeks now, and I feel like some people are already parrying because probably like they could have been the comment of the week or something. So I'm going to read it today. Like not now. Like I'll do a voiceover. In fact, let's go and do that now. Then we'll come back to the gist. You get it. You get it. You get it. Yes, let's go on to comment of the week.
Okay, guys. So, as always, I picked 4 comments. These are from last week's episode. What did you do last week's episode? Last week was when I came with this. I came to talk about this amazing performance I saw on America's Got Talent. Like, honestly, you need to check out that episode. Like, even I was moved to tears while filming. But anyways, that's where these comments are from. So the first one is from Oluwadamilola Idowu. You guys need to watch the original video. Plenty expressions. Mama, the points you picked out was so spot on, 100%. And then the next one is from Fisayo Akirele. Whoa, I went to see the full video and I'm blown away. We have no reason not to keep moving on. You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. This was one of the really touching things that the woman said I came to speak on. This is something we all should be reminded of always. always. Thanks for sharing, Arike. Kisses. It's great to see you all prim and proper, though. Goofy Arike on hold till next episode. Lord, I swear, like last week, I was really in my very responsible state. Like, God. And then this next one is from Akini Ranyo Real Fair. Simple and, concise. Legit, 100%. I don't understand why everybody's using 100%. Thank you, though. And then the other one is from Moments with Midday. Do you get just 3% chance to leave? Cry face. Simon said shock. Simon is one of the judges on the show, and even he was amazed. Like I'm telling you. More when there is life, there is hope. Yes, sister. And then the last one is from the under 30 Black CEO. Enjoyed watching. Thank you guys for this comment. Honestly, thank you guys for the comments. It means the world. So, anyways, we can continue with the rest of our episode now, Abby. See y'all on the other side. Mwah.
Èmi náà fi pé èmi náà fi. Èmi náà. Please, it's not your business. Please, so, kí mo fẹ́ sọ náà? Kí ni ẹ̀? Yes, the gist I brought. So I don't know how many of you heard the gist though. Where Chimamanda Para, do you know the president of our feminist community, our our matron. She para, posh people too, they para, right? As in, like no joke. So I read the write-up and I was like, there is English and there is English. As in, you get some kind of English where you go here, you go be like, wow, show me self go school like this because what? Ha! So anyways, I'll give you guys the full gist. But before then, let me sharply read some excerpts from the write-up. No, now understand the kind of, like last night when my friends started at my circle, like we relate on this kind of matters a lot. So I just saw quite a number of my friends and they were just retweeting, Chimamanda, they para, Wahala for they take English, yeah, bokini kokini. I'm like, what's going on? I got the link and I went to go and read this something. I said, like, when somebody is angry, you're supposed to be like sharing the person's anger, but throughout, like while you're reading, you're just in admiration. Wow, how can somebody be? Oh Lord, hey Jesus, you people need to understand. Let me read. Like, let me read. Give me phone, Ogben. Give me phone now.
Calm down. Say please.
Ma, they beg inside video.
Yes.
Say they film this thing back.
Yes, say please.
Mo dey fẹ́ ṣe birthday shout out fún ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀ mi dẹ̀ ní ṣe mi dẹ̀ ní ṣe. Today is this fish head's birthday as we're just coming. Fine boy oṣù alo yẹ fine boy tí n bá rí picture kan máa scroll ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Today is his birthday as we're coming from class o pé and I said just go home. I was like bóyá I should film àbí I should not film o kíní kan my phone was not doing one kind gbogbo ẹ̀. This one did not even give me motivational talk o tí encourage me. You just put anyway. This is not a birthday shout out, but come on, I'm a wicked person. Happy birthday to you, Joba, Oluwa Joba. He's not a sensible person. He's not a sensible person. Why am I holding phone? Please give me my phone. Sorry, your phone. Give me phone. Let me read. Oh Jesus, you put this episode is supposed to be short though, because I'm not understanding. Yes. Give me. So you people, let me just read a part of it. So Wani, you publicly. This is it. This is like, how can I ever be a Chimamanda in this life? Only until I saw publicly on him. There was a part of it where she was like, she actually divided the write-up into 3 parts. So, like when somebody like Chimamanda actually takes her time to like break down what's it called, write-up for your sake. You say if you say you don't mess up big time. So this part, she was like, you publicly call me a murderer and still feel entitled to benefit from my name. You use my name without permission to sell your book and then throw an ugly tantrum when someone makes a reference. Hold on, English is disgracing me this afternoon. Let's not do this. Let me read this again. So she was like, you publicly call me a murderer and still feel entitled to benefit from my name. You use my name without my permission to sell your book and then throw an ugly tantrum when someone makes a reference to it. What kind of monstrous entitlement? What kind of perverse self-absorption? What utter lack of self-awareness? What unhidden heartlessness? What frightening immaturity makes a person act this way? Besides, a person who genuinely believes me to be a murderer cannot possibly want my name on their book cover unless, of course, that person is a rank opportunist. It have not finished. Wait for it. And in a deluded way, you will convince yourself that your hypocritical, self-regarding, compassion-free behavior is in fact principled feminism. It isn't. You will Energy in your pod, dear. Let me take it back a little. You will wrap your mediocre malice in false gauziness of ideological purity. It remains small. My teeth want to come out. I used to think where I can speak English, but speaking all this big English at a go. It's not easy. I have to tell it's not easy at all. And I mean, when they speak and they suffer now, excuse me. But it is still malice. You will tell yourself that being able to parrot the latest American feminist orthodoxy justifies your acting at the spirit of a person who had shown you only kindness. You can call your opportunism by any name, but it doesn't make it any less of the ugly opportunism that it is. I cannot read any further because my teeth I want to remove in this matter. But let me tell you the gist gone that happened. So apparently a couple of years ago, like there were actually two stories. The first part was somebody that came to one of I think like symposiums or something like that, and she took the person in like sort of a protege or something like that. A few months later, the person had left her house and all of that. Like she said she was feeling uncomfortable with the person, but she just felt like nonetheless, let me just help a growing female and all of that. She's a feminist, she's trying to work hard for herself. She's a bright student, blah blah blah. Let me help her. Lorokon, a couple of years later, Chimamanda went on an interview and they were asking her about trans females, like trans women. Are they still women? And she was making the point, I'll probably put the video somewhere here.
So when people talk about, are trans women, my feeling is trans women are trans women. I think the whole problem of gender in the world is about our experiences. It's not about how we wear our hair or whether we have a vagina or a penis. It's about the way the world treats us. And I think if you've lived in the world as a man, with the privileges that the world accords to men, and then sort of switch gender, it's difficult for me to accept that then we can equate your experience with the experience of a woman who has lived from the beginning in the world as a woman and who has not been accorded those privileges that men are. And so I think there has to be, and this is not, of course, to say, I'm saying this also with sort of a certainty that transgendered people should be allowed to be, right? But I don't think it's a good thing to conflate everything into one. I don't think it's a good thing to talk about women's issues being exactly the same as the issues of trans women, because I don't think that's true.
And she was making the point that even though like we relate with the fact that they are women as well, like nobody is segregating anybody. In fact, she was even trying to explain that the beauty of being who we are is that there's difference amongst us. The variety is the bliss of our existence and all of that. But you cannot compare them to people who were born women and had to deal with the societal issues that women have to deal with generally. That's how this person went online. No, that time I had never yet just. The person went online and was defaming her and talking about how she's an opportunist, how she's a wicked person. If anybody sees her, that they should throw sticks at her. They should get. I think the person even said they should get machetes and just do whatever. She said initially that she didn't even want to respond to it, but guess what? While all of that was happening, this person was also sending mails to her to apologize, that she's sorry. She knows that she has fallen below her glory, or be something like that. She knows she has only been good to her, like Chimamanda has only been good to her, and she really betrayed her trust, blah blah blah. So it was as if this person was being hypocritical. Like on one side she was saying, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean all of that, I didn't see it in that light, blah blah blah, and on the other hand she was still mobilizing people to attack her and all of that. And then there was another person too, just a similar story. I think this one wrote a book, and then I think Chimamanda publishes all these small write-ups every now and then. So she saw this person's write-up and she was like, oh, this is good and blah blah blah. And she sort of, I think, helped her publish it or something. She had something in that line. It was a short write-up, and all of a sudden Chimamanda heard that the longer version had been produced. And guess what? Her name was there as part of the Boya guarantors or mentors or something like that. And she was not aware, like nobody called her about the book or anything like that. First off, that is not even appropriate for as much as I know. And then later on, I think somebody like one of these what's it called now, news people now took up the matter and was like, oh, that this person is Chimamanda's mentee, that Chimamanda even helped her write the book and shekiniko kiniko. That's how this lady came up and was like, no, Chimamanda is not a mentor. Kiniko kiniko, like she doesn't have anything to do with Chimamanda. Chimamanda is a wicked person. She's a shekiniko kiniko. I'm like, so you say that she's a wicked person, she's a devilish person. Why is her name in your book? Chimamanda said she reached out to the producers, who I think she told her manager to reach out to the producers of the book and blah 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 to tell them that whatever the case is, they should remove her name, blah blah blah. Then she was not like afterwards, this lady came back on social media. You know that then now Chimamanda lost one of her parents and blah, blah, blah. This person came back on social media and was like, nobody should pity her. There's nothing shaking it, cooking. She's a segregation. She's a segregation. Shark, where she does not support trans women. Or she person was saying a lot of stuff. And Chimamanda was like, okay, I don't get it. Like, why is it so hard to be good? Like, you're good to these people and then they come out there and they're saying all sorts about you. And meanwhile, which is actually why I brought this matter here, because I feel like we're all guilty of it one way or another. Because you see these celebrities here, nobody really knows the truth about what happens in their life. It's basically just the first gist that comes out, you know. Like maybe they say somebody slapped her husband, the husband slaps the woman. The first gist that comes out and spreads well is the, you know, narrative everybody's going to follow. Do you understand? So for a while, she had actually been looking at because all of these things happened like in the last 2 years. And she, you know, kept quiet about most of it because she's like, well, people will always talk. You're a celebrity, so it's normal. But you see, that's the problem. Like, we forget that these celebrities are actually humans as well. Like, honestly, because she said a lot of that. Like, after she did the part 1 and where she talked about the first lady, part 2 where she talked about the second lady, part 3 just came to the fact that, you know, she just wanted to point out a few things. Number one, the fact that people don't consider celebrities as humans, you know, who have emotions, who also have concerns, who are worried, who are scared, blah, blah, blah. Second of all, the fact that our society has become such that it is okay to, you know, to take advantage of people. You see people who are trying to help you and it's okay to just outsmart them. As far as you're concerned, you're being the smarter one and all of that. So she was just pointing out a lot of stuff and I felt like, you know, that was something I wanted to bring out here and, you know, talk about, you know, now. For those who are new, so there's something I do that's called the ARIKE'S Inspiration. That's sort of, you know, lessons I learn from my daily life or from things that happen around me. So today, Chimamanda's story is our inspiration. So let's go to the inspiration. My serious face, please. Okay, so for our inspiration today, it's really going to be simple because this was supposed to be a really short episode. It's already at 16 minutes. I don't know how we got here, and I've not even added comment of the week. Like, so, but it's pretty simple what I want to say. I feel like, you know, just like Chimamanda said, our sense of humanity, our sense of concern for the next person it reduces by the day. Like, we just do things. Like, there's no consideration of how is this person going to feel? Like, it's as simple as the little things that you make jokes of. Like, you see somebody and you make jokes about their size, or you make jokes about their shape of head, or you do know, like, it's really about the little things that we're just not thoughtful anymore. You don't put thought into the things you say to people. You don't put thought into the things you say about people, you know, because they would never really be in a place where they can defend themselves. For instance, you tell somebody something about this other person, this person you've told spreads it to like 10 people. The person that they are gossiping about and blah, 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 is not going to be able to reach out to all those 10 people and say, sorry, that's not really what happened. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, you are creating this, you know, flawed reputation of the person. And the problem is that could deter opportunities in one way or another. You know, somebody that they thought was diligent, you spread the news that they are not diligent, they are irresponsible, blah, blah, blah. Somebody that would have employed them would just feel like, what's the point? Like, this person is irresponsible and all of that. So I feel like my long and short today is we need to be a little more humane. Do you understand? Like, you know the way they say, don't do what you don't want somebody else to do to you, blah, blah, blah. I think we need to have a little more of that. Like, we need to be more considerate about the things we do to people, with people, about people, around people. Just basically be more thoughtful and considerate. That's the long and short. Oremi, I have exam. Mo de she pari class ni. Will it and she go? It's just that this was really suiting me. Come and see the way I was excited on my status today. I'm like, Chimamanda's giving them our president as, you know, where I'm quiet does not mean where I don't have sense. She gave them back to back. Where I'm sorry, because I'm quiet on this street doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. You know. So I was really excited that, you know, that she responded, and, you know, it might just help people like that who think like that, who feel like they can just take advantage of these celebrities and all of that, and, you know, it might just help them learn. So yes, I'm kind of done with today's episode. I'm really tired though. Like, I don't even know how I got myself to do this, because a few minutes ago, I felt like I really just wanted to sleep. But anyways, thank you guys for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I love you guys plenty. Thank you for sticking to this point. I hope you've subscribed and liked the video. And what else did you do? And dropped a comment. Please drop a comment and, you know, probably share to somebody. Tell them about this new channel you found and this girl you're in love with, because you're in love with me, right? Right. Anyways, you guys, what's my outro? Like I always say, stay safe, take life easy. Life na jeje, no like jam, so you go video here next week. I don't want to be here alone. And until next episode, I love you guys plenty. Mwah. Mo ti ṣetán o. you.